My research project with Dr. Bentley we're working with manganese oxide thin films. And essentially what these films do is store energy, so they're essentially batteries. But the cool thing about them is that they can store and discharge energy really quickly.
What Lucky was trying to do was understand ways that we've seen that we can improve the behavior of the material by putting on a coating before we deposit the manganese oxide. We know that that does improve it, but we don't know why or how. So he was trying to answer those questions.
Essentially what we're doing throughout the day is making these films in slightly different ways and varying the methodologies to try to get the film that performs the best under conditions that we set.
We're trying to understand why they're losing their strength or their performance. And we've been able to figure out that it is not because of going through the cycling process, but it is more because of sitting in the water for that amount of time.
What we basically found was that a very thin coating onto the electrode of this pretty cheap material called titanium dioxide helps to protect the film when it gets deposited onto our conductive glass. So by doing that, we're able to actually get a very significant increase in our in the amount of energy we can store, and also how stable it is over charging and discharging cycles.
That helps us in terms of designing them in the future, knowing that, and we don't think that that's been reported extensively, so that's an area that we're hoping to complete a paper about this spring and submit it, where we can get that information out to the rest of the research community. But that helps a lot going forward in designing these materials, because we know that we need to do a better job of protecting them from this dissolving process rather than the cycling that they'll naturally go through in their lifetime.